Well, hello there, and welcome to my top 13 games of the year. This was originally supposed to be a top 10 list, but then it kind of got a bit longer. I cut it down again, it got longer, I cut it down again, and I ended up with 13 titles on this list. So, now, I don't actually know when this video will go up. Might hopefully still 2015, might be next year if things go wrong. But on number 13, we've got Undertale. The video I did on that, I actually recorded just 3 days ago. I started playing this game 3 days ago, but I I didn't know what I expected from the game, but whatever it was, it surpassed that, and it really is an amazing game. I like the combat system, and I haven't had any games like this in quite a while that I really enjoyed playing, and I'm quite looking forward to more of this. Then on number 12, we have Prison Architect. A game, yeah, this I might have to mention. On this list, there are games that have officially released as version 1.0 this year. They might have been out before, as betas and alphas, but they weren't officially released before. So yes, Prison Architect, I absolutely love Prison Architect, and I didn't play a whole lot of it this year, actually. I just started about, 3 weeks ago. I was like, oh yes, I could download this again, and, the things they have added, it's really an amazing game, the sort of detail you can go into, and the work they put into this game ever since I first played it. It's quite amazing, and, it's really fun. You can build giant prisons and then fuck it all up by making a slight mistake. And yeah, then you can go on Steam, because I think this was the one that offered. Yeah, wait, no. Prison Architect, yep, I just looked it up. This is the one with the Steam Workshop support. You can just look at other people's prisons, look at what other people built, and look at how much better other people are at building prisons than you. So yeah, on number 11 now, we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. When I first played this game, I was expecting it to be higher up my list, but it kind of isn't because of all the other amazing games that came out this year. This was really a great year for video games, And, like in any other year in the past 5 years, this would have been much higher up the list, but there are quite some amazing titles on here, so yes. But no, The Witcher 3, I never really got that much into The Witcher 1, into the original. The Witcher 2, I played a shit ton of, and I only recently, before The Witcher 3 released, replayed The Witcher 2, and it's such an amazing RPG, I don't really play a whole lot of RPGs, only the really good ones, and this quite definitely is one of them. You know, it's such an immersive game, and now I recently found a first-person mod for this, and just if you haven't played this game, go and do it. Then on number 10 we have Cities Skylines. This game did everything right that SimCity did wrong. It's an absolutely amazing city builder, and I'm not such a big fan of these games usually, Like, I think SimCity 4 was the last one that I really played a whole lot of. Was it SimCity? No, or SimCity 4 or 2000, I can't remember which one of those it was. But no, this is really quite amazing. You can build cities that are so big, obviously at some point, you will get some issues when it comes to the frame rate at a certain size, but only with mods where you unlock all 25 of the thingies of the squares that you can build in, you know. In a vanilla game, no problem with frame rate whatsoever. I, on the other hand, got to a point where the game wouldn't really run at a constant 30 anymore, depending on which area I went to. But like, that's not blamed on the developer, because that's not what the game was intended for. So yeah, and there was the After Dark expansion, which added a lot more stuff to the game, and which made me put like another 30 hours into it. And yeah, this is what SimCity should have been, you know. On number 9, we have WWE 2K16, a game that still hasn't released for the PC, sadly. So I didn't play as much of it as I probably would have if it came out for the PC. It is going to release for the PC, just, you know, probably next year. And, yeah, this game kind of made up for everything WWE 2K15 didn't. 2K15 was a bit glitchy, a bit buggy, and everything, but 2K16, the story mode is just amazing, and you know, the customization in this game is really great. The detail customization is amazing. This is probably my favorite wrestling game to ever come out, you know, because it's a bit more realistic. On number 2, there's still SmackDown versus Raw, but this one kind of took the first place now. Then on number 8, the Beginner's Guide, Beginner's Guide. This game, I wasn't really expecting much from it. I mean, I was expecting it to be a good game, but I really didn't think it would go on this list. And, I don't know if it's been cleared up in the meantime, if the story that's been told in this game is real or just made up. And I will look this up after I'm done filming this, because after I'm done recording this, because, you know, I really want to know that. And the story that was told in this game was so amazing, and I think because I could kind of relate to it, but at the point where the game came out, you know, because we're all human, and I kind of fucked up a bit too at that point. And so, this game just, I'm gonna play this again now. On number 7, we have Rocket League. This game kind of took over Twitch for an entire month. And, you know, it deserved that, and it's an amazing game. I'm still playing it quite a considerable amount. I mean, I haven't really played anything apart from Just Cause 3 since the beginning of December, but, you know, before that, I was still playing Rocket League quite a bit, and, I will go on again as soon as I start playing other games, again, and, yeah, you know, this is a good example of how an indie game, can really impact the sort of media like Twitch and YouTube. And I think there's even won for best multiplayer or best sports game, you know, at the Game Awards. I'm not sure. I just know. I just remember that this won one or two awards. I can't remember which ones. But yeah. On number 6, we have Life is Strange. You know, Square Enix kind of came into the territory of Telltale, and they did a great job. You know, Don't Nod, I think. Yeah, Don't Nod Entertainment. the guys who made this game. God, how much I loved this, and you know, as soon as the next episode is released for this game, as soon as each episode released, I played it within like 2 or 3 hours of release. Even if I wasn't home, I went home, played this, and the story this told was so amazing. I mean, the ending, one of the endings was sort of, I mean, I'm not gonna go into too much depth with that right now, but like the ending, they could have done that a bit better, at least one of the two. And yeah, but this is great, and they already announced the season 2 for Life is Strange, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to that, and I'm definitely gonna buy season 2 again. On number 5, we have Kerbal Space Program. Yet again, this game released as 1.0 this year, and it really is an amazing game because it offers so much for both players who want to play a game seriously and players who just want to fuck around, you know? It has an amazing modding community. If you want to go, you can just take the Voyager, you know, the TV series one, and throw it into the sun, which is where it kind of deserves to go. You know, but it's such an amazing game, and this game probably taught me more about physics than school ever did. And that's kind of amazing, you know, the things I learned from this game. This is just amazing, you know. And I really enjoy this game. This is probably one of my most played games on this list so far. You know, there are 3 coming up that I've played more of. But yeah, this is an amazing game. I'm looking forward to whatever will come from this. If you want to see someone who really knows what he's doing, play this game. By the way, you should go and subscribe to Scott Manley, because he's amazing at this, and he's probably one who taught me most about this game. So yeah, on number 4 we have Grow Home. This is a game I didn't put all that many hours into, but it's really, you know, what this game shows is, because this was made by Ubisoft, and this is the best game Ubisoft made in a long time. Because what this shows is, if you concentrate on one idea, and just this one idea, and you make a game around this idea and you don't add anything else to the game, it's gonna turn out as a great game. And, you know, this is what more developers should do. Especially smaller ones like Ubisoft. They could have made this bigger, but they didn't. Because this was just made by a small team of people. And they took this one idea, they made it into a game, and it turned out great. It's really relaxing to play. And, you know, although this is only a couple of hours long, you can replay it again and again, or as soon as you finish the game, you can go on and continue playing it whenever you feel like it. And it's still gonna be an amazing experience. That's something not many games offer nowadays. You know, this sort of, we do this one thing, and we do it well. And, you know, I'd like to see that from more bigger publishers, actually, because obviously they have the budget to make these ideas really fucking great. And they can, you know, this is what I would like to see more often. Now, on number 3, we have GTA 5 for PC. Because obviously, I didn't make videos of my top games of the year for the last 2 years, but this is the 3rd consecutive year this game is on my list. And, it fully deserves to be there. The single player is great, the online multiplayer is a bit of a grind and it's got microtransactions in it, which would actually kind of disqualify it, but I just love this game so much that I kind of made an exception for this. It's a great game to watch other people play, and, the editor, you can make your own challenges and everything, and they constantly release updates. I would like to see updates for the single player, with new missions and new content. But, uh, as long as it's coming out for the multiplayer, I'm fine with that. Now, on number 2, there is Fallout 4. I absolutely love all the Fallout games. My favorite game in the series still is Fallout New Vegas. But this is my second favorite game of the series. It it felt a bit more empty. They didn't have as many side quests, or not as big side quests as New Vegas. It was still a great game. It had a somewhat big map. It only takes you 20 minutes to walk from one end to the other. But still, and yet again, you get so immersed into this game, and it's just, I think this is one of my most played games on Steam as well, currently. And, or actually, no, this is not one of my most played games on Steam. This is my second most played game on Steam right now. Yeah. And, it was a bit more of a linear story, and actually finishing a story didn't really benefit you in any sort of way. So, yeah, if you have already played this game and you consider playing through it a second time, don't finish the story. But, like, I just, whenever Bethesda does something, especially RPGs, they do a great job at it, and, yeah, I can't wait for Fallout 5. I mean, it's a bit early to say that, but sure, you know, um, especially, what I especially liked about this game was the sort of settlement building and everything, because, that's something I didn't put as many hours into as other people I know, but I still had a lot of fun. You can have a lot of fun with the settlement building system, no matter how much time you put into it, and that's great. You can play this a bit more casual and still have as much fun as when you're playing it really hardcore. Um, Now on number 1, there's only one choice for what goes here. None of the games on this list so far have made it into my favorite games ever, apart from GTA 5, but that already did 2 years back. No, this is a new addition to my favorite games ever list. A list that only consists of 5 games. No, 6 now, with this one. And, honestly, I already knew this was gonna be here even before it released. Yeah, on number 1, we have Just Cause 3. It's the term that best describes this game is playable action movie, I would say. And, you can have so much fun with it. Especially if you're a bit more creative, if you aren't a very creative person, you might not have as much fun with it as I had, or as I'm still having. Because obviously the game, I will say this game isn't perfect. This doesn't go on my perfect games list. The story was a bit shallow, to say the least, and the final boss was just straight out shit. But still, you've got this really big map and you've got all these little islands, these little bases, and all the vehicles, you know. And you can just fuck around in this game as much as you would like to, you know. You can just... Do you want to blow up a cow? Sure, go. You know, you want to strap some rockets onto a cow and fire it into space? Go and do that. This game is for you. You know, you just want to have a relaxing time, wingsuiting through a really nice sort of landscape for hours on end. Yet again, go and buy this game. It's a beautiful game. Sadly, some people seem to have performance issues with it. I never had any sort of performance issues with this game. The only thing I would like to see is SLI support, but as far as I'm concerned, the engine they use doesn't support SLI, which is a bit of a shame, because honestly, I would love to play this across all 3 screens on the highest settings, but I just can't, because the frame rate just dies if I do that, if I want to play it across all 3 screens, because I have 3 980s, but I can only use one of them. If I want to play across all 3 of my screens, I have to turn it to medium to low on 1080p. On 1440p, I have to turn it to low, and so, you know, but I can live with that. I can play this game on one screen on highest settings without any sort of problems. You know, the frame rate sometimes dips down to 50, 45 maybe. But apart from that, I never really had any performance issues with this. And, you know, this game will probably move up to be my most played game on Steam. It already is on number, 5 or 6 currently? And, yeah, I will put at least 200 hours or something like that into this game from now on. You know, I don't play games that much, but minimum of 200 hours in, let's say, the next 6 months. So, yeah. And hopefully there will be a lot of videos on this game coming up on this channel. I haven't gotten around to recording a whole lot recently, but I'm starting that again, and you know, yeah. In case this video still comes out in 2015, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you out there watching this. And, yeah, I'm now gonna go off, hopefully edit, render, and upload this, before I have to go, you know, because I'm going away over the holidays, and, yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully, you will agree with this list. Some of you will probably say that Witcher 3 should be higher up, but you know, look at the games that are on here. They really are just amazing. And if there are any games on this list that you haven't played, then go and play them. Experience it for yourself. Experience those games for yourself. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and see you next year. Bye.